In the past few years, we've been getting a bunch of people moving here to New Jersey, especially areas like New York City, Florida, and California. And there's a few towns that always come to mind when people are talking about relocating here, and it's Elizabeth, New Jersey. It's a town right next to New York City, so you're only about a 30-40 minute commute from New York. And you have a bunch of different transportations like train, buses, and a few highways that go in there. Not only that, not only you get the easy commute, but you also get an up and coming town. There's a bunch of new construction going on in the past few years. Hundreds of condominiums are up. A lot of new construction multifamilies as well are going up. So it's a good investment for a lot of people looking for investing in New Jersey. And you're getting a nice and up and coming nightlife. You get a lot of different foods, bigger retail names, and a very diverse culture. In this video, we're going to dive into the map view of Elizabeth, New Jersey, talk about all the goods and bads, show you different sectors because Elizabeth does have a few different sectors. And if you're not a local, you're not going to know about the areas, and pretty much show you a map view and a bird's eye view of what you're going to be expecting in Elizabeth. So stay tuned for the whole video. You're going to learn everything about Elizabeth, New Jersey. What's up, everybody? It's Luca here, your relocation expert with the Lestrade team. If you want to learn everything about what it's like to eat, play, sleep here in Union County, New Jersey, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you're notified every single time we upload a video, because we're getting so many calls, texts, email from people looking to relocate here, and we absolutely love it. So if you're looking to move here, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we're here to help you move to Union County, New Jersey. So before we dive in the video, I kind of want to give you a quick description of Elizabeth, a little bit of what you're going to find there and the surrounding areas. Around Elizabeth, you're going to find a few towns like Linden, Roselle Park, and Hillside. And roughly, we're probably 15 miles away from Manhattan. If you go by train, it's going to be 30 to 40 minutes. By bus, maybe an hour. And if you drive there, it's going to be 20 minutes and there's no traffic. Sometimes the traffic is going to vary. But besides the amazing transportation Elizabeth has to New York City, there's a lot of things you're going to find in the town that is also going to be very beneficial for a lot of people moving to Elizabeth, like the new developments that have been going around all throughout Elizabeth. There's places in Elizabeth that you probably never want to step into it 5 years ago, and now there's all new development going around. So the town is changing a lot, the culture of the town is changing a lot. In addition to that, you're getting an amazing school system. Elizabeth's known for the good school systems, as a bunch of different high schools, a bunch of different middle schools, academies as well, and private schools. So whatever direction, if you're a parent or you're trying to start a family, a town like this is going to give you the easy commute and give you that relief that you're going to still get a good school system in the town. Besides that, a few good perks as well is that you have a huge Angle Park that connects a bunch of different towns in Elizabeth. It has a bunch of different recreational activities, fields, dog park, skating alley, everything you can imagine is in this park. And we're near New York City and about a 40-minute drive to the shore. You can take the train or you can drive there. Very easy commute. And it's nice because you're kind of in between the city, the shore, so you're getting everything you can imagine that you can possibly get in New Jersey in one town. So we're gonna dive in this video. I'm gonna jump in an overview of the map and kind of give you everything I can possibly give you as a local of Elizabeth, New Jersey. Okay, before we dive into Elizabeth, I wanted to show you kind of where it is located in reference to other towns. Like I mentioned before, it's surrounded by Linden, Hillside, it's a few town called Roselle Park here as well. And like we can see, it's one of the closest city besides Newark and Jersey City, which is their future city, Hoboken's. They're more, you can consider it more half New York, half New Jersey in a sense, because it's literally right there. You're getting a lot of the New York culture. But besides that, we're really close to New York City. And then from down the shore, which is down here, we're probably a 45-minute drive, which is not bad. You know, it's really nice located. Let me show you a few highways in the area. You got the 95. This one you can connect to New York City, and you'll go down south as well. You get a bunch of different option. Right here is the Garden State Parkway. This connects you for a lot of towns in Union County. And there's one more main one, which is right here, the 1 and 9. This is the main road that you're gonna probably want to take to avoid all tolls. This is gonna connect you through all the towns in Union County. It's gonna take you down to Middlesex. Up north you have to, and literally avoid all tolls, because in Garden State and 95 you're gonna have to pay tolls no matter where you're going. There's a big disadvantage of living in New Jersey, that everywhere you go there's literally tolls. But besides that, let me show you some hot spots here in Elizabeth. Main one is the Millers at Jersey Gardens. This is a huge outlet mall. There's people from New York City. There's a bus that goes directly from New York City to this mall, and a bunch of people by here. It's literally huge, 2 floors. It can probably takes you over an hour to walk around, and literally people from New York come just for this mall. Right next to it, you can see it's a Newark Airport. We're literally minutes away from the Newark Airport. That's one of the big reasons. Also, a lot of people are thinking of living in Elizabeth. People travel, people that want to commute to New York. You know, it's usually that kind of lifestyle, and the airport's literally a few minutes away. And even though it's in Newark, you're still getting parts of it in Elizabeth as well. And I forgot to mention that between the airport and Jersey Gardens is a huge IKEA. So you're getting those bigger retail names, and that's considered the port area of Elizabeth, which will be kind of from the mall all the way down here. You can see Elizabeth Port. That's one sector. So this sector of Elizabeth is where you can start seeing a lot more up and coming areas. Let me take you down there right now. This is how pretty much the Port of Elizabeth looks like. This to consider the downtown area of Elizabeth Port. You can see a few shops, houses. There's a lot of multi-families here. They're all really tightly together. You can see the majority of the properties here you're gonna find, they're all multi-families. I want to show you this street down here called Elizabeth Avenue. This street connects literally downtown Elizabeth to the port, to even all the way down to the courtroom here at Elizabeth Courthouse. So you can see it's more of an up and coming area of Elizabeth. A lot of commercial. Down here you can see the port. So this is kind of the feel of where you're gonna get in the port area of Elizabeth. Moving from the port, the area that's between Almora section, which is here, and the port, is a town that not many people know about, or not a town, but a section that not a lot of people know about except the locals, which is called Peterstown, Elizabeth. This section here, which doesn't necessarily show you, but it's a section that it's more it's between Almora and a downtown area look. So you're gonna get different kind of shops, different kind of cultures, a lot of Italian mix here, a lot of Hispanic mix. The properties are still mostly 2 families, but you're gonna get the better feel of the town. You're gonna see right away, comparing the Port of Elizabeth and Peterstown. The feel is definitely, you can see the up in scale, that the houses look a lot better. There's more parks. There's a school here as well. There's the main middle school here in Peterstown. And you see, houses are still all tightly put together, but they're a lot better taken care of. Definitely a different kind of feel, but you're gonna see that here throughout Elizabeth, the majority of the properties you're gonna find are all multi-families. Especially in the Peterstown and Moore section, and downtown and the port. With that being said, there are a few sections here in Elizabeth that you're going to find a lot of single families mostly. But this is kind of what you get. Let me show you also the strip here in Elizabeth. It's where the Elizabeth Avenue, and you connect the nightlife, you connect restaurants, you have a bunch of different things there that it's definitely a big selling point here in Elizabeth, especially if you're someone that likes to go out, and you're gonna get all the main locations on this trip. This is considered Peterstown, Elizabeth, where we were just at. The street down here is Elizabeth Avenue. You're gonna get your bank. You're gonna get a few shops. You're gonna get your club, lounge area, restaurants, furniture. You're gonna get a little bit of anything. And this strip kind of goes down for a mile or two. And you see there's a bunch of different locations, different restaurants. And if you're living in Elizabeth, you're definitely gonna know about Elizabeth Avenue. There's a little bit of everything. There's a great bakery here. Italian bakery, amazing cakes. You can get them custom made as well. You have your entire shop. You have a little bit of anything, and the nice thing, it goes very, very far. Let me take you a little bit more down. You get so much, and this it goes down for about 2 miles, and it connects. So it connects all from the port of Elizabeth. It connects into Peterstown. It's a little older photo, but you get a little bit of everything. And let me show you a few of the schools that are around there as well. Throughout Elizabeth, there's a bunch of different schools. So no matter what age you guys are looking into, you're definitely going to find whatever you need here. So here's a few different schools. This is the main high school here. You have a few middle schools. So a bunch of different schools. And then in the Peterstown area is where we're going to probably find the majority. Peterstown and Moore area. So they're all kind of in the center of Elizabeth, south. And the areas we were just looking into is pretty much all of this. That's all what we're looking into. And like you can see, reviews are mixed, but based on the ranks that they fall under, they're all quite good schools. And you're always going to have a few that aren't good, but the majority, you're definitely going to find their academic levels definitely good and have been improving a lot throughout the years. So the next section is the Mora section of Elizabeth. This is when you start getting the mixture of the one family, two families. Culture-wise, still relevant throughout Elizabeth. You're going to get a diverse and mixed culture, so that's probably never going to change. And throughout the years, we've been getting a bunch of people coming from New York City as well. So the feel of it is definitely very diverse. So right now we're in Elmore section, which this is the main strip here for the Elmore section of Elizabeth. Down here you're gonna find a bunch of different stores, and you can notice there's a common theme in Elizabeth. Have a strip with a bunch of different stores. You have a bunch of different Colombian restaurants here, Peruvian, a little bit of everything. And like you can see in the photo here, it does get a lot of traffic. So throughout Elizabeth, if you don't have a parking space, it's going to be almost impossible to find parking anywhere, especially after 7, even 6 p.m. People are coming from work. And if you don't have a parking space, you're probably not going to find anything. And you can see here that there's cars everywhere, hard to park. But at least you get a lot of the amenities, which you can't really find in other towns. I want to show you kind of the feel of how the houses actually look, because even though we're a few minutes away from each sector or each section, things change a lot. So for example, let's go into one of the neighborhoods here by the Warrenangle Park, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. Huge park. So like you can see, for the first time now we're seeing single family homes. We're still seeing a few big new construction style 2 families, but we're finally seeing these colonials style homes, which is the majority of the properties here in New Jersey, since they're probably from the 1950 or older even. The homes are probably going to look all very similar. Colonials, a few Cape Cods here and there, but we don't really see any new style custom homes, especially in this kind of parts of Elizabeth. Everything's all a little bit older, but they're all, most the ones that sell are now renovated and nicely taken care of. There's a nice big 2-family, but then right next door you have a 1-family. And you can see most of them have their own parking space, which is definitely needed in Elizabeth. And so you have reference. I want to show you kind of how far away you are from the train station here. So there's 2 train stations in Elizabeth. There's a North train station and a Elizabeth train station. The North train station is going to be probably a little further away from most parts of Elizabeth, since this train station is all the way north, pushing Hillside and Newark location. So you can see from the section we were just at, we're probably just a 3-minute drive, walking, 17 minutes, very, very close. So, you know, everywhere. So let's even check out how far we're out from the Peterstown section. Just kind of get reference. It's a 20-minute walk, 7-minute car ride, and we'll put the port as well. "15-minute drive." So you can see, not that far. You can get from one point to the other very fast, and also depending on the time, because you're gonna get a little bit of traffic. So now we were at Elmora, we're gonna go up a notch and get to probably one of the best parts of Elizabeth based on the kind of property you can find and the overall culture, is Elmora Hill, Elizabeth. This is a section that it's mostly and maybe all 1-family homes. It's the part of Elizabeth that is very near Roosevelt Park and Union. There's even certain parts of Elmora Hills that is considered Unions, and since it's far out the border. But let me take you down there. You're gonna get probably the best and largest, and depending on what you're buying, most updated homes for obviously premium price, because this part of Elizabeth is very expensive, especially if you're getting those bigger style homes that they have in this section. So right now we're probably one of the main roads that gets into Elmora Hills, which is Maggie Ave. From Elmora Avenue, which is the strip that goes throughout Elmora itself. From this strip you get into Maggie, and starting from practically here and on is considered Elmora Hills. You can see it drastically starts getting bigger. They start getting nice to the house. This is one of the best middle schools there is in the area. So a lot of those kids that are living in this section, they go to the school. If you apply for a gifted and talented school, no matter what section you're in, your child can also go to those schools. You can see the houses are getting larger. They're becoming colonials, but very large colonial homes. And the deeper you get into it, the more traditional the houses become. All brick outside. Very, very nice. And you can notice the difference for going from the port, from Peterstown to Elmora, and now to Elmora Hills. You can definitely see the kind of properties you can find and how different the town could be in just different sections, because we're still in Elizabeth and it looks like we're in a different town already. And to have reference, this is kind of the Elizabeth part we're just at. That's the train station, so you can see it's still a 20-minute drive at most. And throughout Elizabeth, anywhere from this north-south section of Elizabeth, there's going to be a train station for you. But now we're getting into North Elizabeth, which is now pushing more to the Newark part of it, getting close to the airport. You're going to start noticing that the style completely changes, even though we're getting multifamily. When you're looking at the center part of Elizabeth, it feels very city-like. And even though it's a city, you're getting the urban feel when you go into North Elizabeth. And the train station completely changes. Now you're in the North Elizabeth train station. This does have a stop to New York City, but it takes you through different towns as well. And it's one that is used less, so there's a lot less commuters come into this part. And the part of North Elizabeth is very nice. I was raised in this part, so I know this area very good. And I absolutely love this certain part of it. And if I have a recommendation, is if you can get a property in North Elizabeth, definitely get it. because it's an up and coming area and there's not a lot of people looking into it at all. So let's go down here. Let's check out the train station. It has a park as well right next door. Has a Stop and Shop as well. So you're getting a lot of different nice areas. So Stop and Shop is here. The train station is right across, and maybe 10 years ago they built this huge condo right next to the train station, so you can imagine how much commuters are loving this. And then right across it is one of the gifted and talented schools. A lot of new things are going on right now. Let's see if they have it in the video. Right now they're building this huge condo complex. This was nothing before. Huge condo complex that goes all the way across. You can imagine all the constructions that have been going around. And then the great thing about those condos is that they're going to be renting out for crazy amounts. Right now, one bedroom is going from $24,000 to $3,000 a month, which is crazy to think that only a few years ago here in Elizabeth, everybody was trying to leave, and now everybody's trying to come here. So going down the tracks here, this is Kellogg's Park, one of Elizabeth's many parks. Nice park. You're already feeling that North Elizabeth feel, very much more green. It feels a lot more community wise, and you're getting another school here. These schools are together, but just across the street. So definitely very commuter friendly. But not only that, if you're in North Elizabeth, you have the 1 and 9 literally right down the street from North Avenue, and it's amazing. You get to Newark extremely fast. You get to New York extremely fast. You gotta go take a flight. You're in the airport in literally 2 minutes from North Elizabeth. So this is literally an area that not a lot of people know about. Not a lot of people are talking about it. And it's super community friendly, very family oriented area. And if you're someone that wants more of the nightlife, you have bars, you have clubs, you have the area between North Elizabeth and Elmora. There's a few clubs there. So you literally have a little bit of everything in one town. And don't forget that it's located between everything. So you have the shore here, you have New York, you have North New Jersey. So you literally get an amazing town with amazing schools, with amazing commutes. You know, the big downfall about Elizabeth is since the past few years, there's been so many people moving to Elizabeth. The prices have gone up a lot, and you're seeing this go on in many different towns surrounding Elizabeth. Since if you can't get in here, you're gonna go to another town like Linden, Roselle. You're gonna go to Hillside. So it's been great. It's been great. The community has been growing a lot, but prices are extremely high. In addition to that, you're gonna get extremely high property value taxes, and that's been affecting a lot of New Jerseyans, especially in the past few years. Property value has been going up a lot, so taxes have been following as well. That was my quick rundown of Elizabeth, New Jersey. You kind of get a feel of the town now. You kind of see that depending on what you're looking for and what kind of feel of a community you want is what section of Elizabeth you're going to go into. And the nice thing about it is that no matter what you're looking for, Elizabeth might have what you want. But if you don't want that, if you're looking for something else, New Jersey is huge. And even going one town away, the things change completely. So whatever you need, give us a call, shoot us an email, give us a text. We're here to help you move to Union County, New Jersey.